So there's a quote, and after I tell the quote, I'm going to tell a story, and it's going to make me a little emotional. So Marianne Williamson shares a quote that's really, really powerful. It's about our deepest fear, right? Our deepest fear is not that we are inadequate. Our deepest fear is that we are powerful beyond measure. It is our light and not our darkness that most frightens us. We ask ourselves, who am I to be brilliant? Who am I to be gorgeous? Who am I to be talented? Who am I to be fabulous? And actually, who are you not to be? Your playing small does not serve the world. There is nothing enlightened about shrinking so that other people won't feel insecure. We are all meant to shine. We are all meant to shine. We were born to make manifest the glory that exists within us. It's not just in some of us, but it is in all of us. It is in everyone. And as we let our own light shine, we unconsciously give other people permission to do the same. As we are liberated from our own fear, our presence automatically liberates others. So I thought about this quote about fear, and I thought about where am I afraid of my own light? And I really worked with this because a lot of people actually ask this question, why am I afraid of my success? Why am I afraid of my light? And there were 3 reasons. One is your uniqueness. And I'm going to share my story because maybe in my story you'll hear yours. And I'm going to share about a beautiful friend who helped me step into the next level of greatness. And you know that friend, and this is why I'm going to get really emotional. So that maybe in sharing my story, you can feel yours. So the 3 things that I realized in my fear to stepping into my greatness and into my light was I was afraid of my uniqueness. I was afraid of the thing that makes me different. Because if I'm different, does that make me stand alone? Will that mean that people won't understand me and people won't get me and people will leave and people will be afraid? If it's unique, then will people know? It's unknown. How do I go there? How do I go there on my own? So I was scared of that uniqueness. The other thing I was scared of was a passion. I was scared of the passion. I was scared of the power. I was scared of the fire. Because when you let that out, it has a force all of its own. And you can't control it. And many times this is the thing that people put you down when you're growing up. They say, that's a little too much. It's a little too much. Don't do that. That's a little too much. And so those things that are my very special gifts, because we all have very special gifts and each one makes us unique. Each one makes us a little bit special, right? Raise your hand if you have something very unique about you. Well, it's got to be a little louder than that. So I was afraid of that power and I was afraid of that passion. I was afraid of that fire because I knew I couldn't control it. I know when that grabs onto me, I just want to go with it. But I was told I was a little too much. And then the last one is the vulnerability. It's that thing that if somebody were to say that that's too much, it would hurt you too much because it means too much. It means too much. For me, it was sensitivity. I feel everything. I feel all you guys. I feel me. I feel everything. And the thing is, that is my special gift. That it helps me do what I can do. But for the longest time, I was too emotional and I was too sensitive until I realized that was my special gift. And the other thing was my song. It was my song. And this is a story I've never actually told Danette. So she doesn't actually know this. So the thing that is incredible about Danette is she, with precision, can help you step into your light. She, with precision, can help you overcome your fear. She doesn't actually, I think she knows when she's doing it a lot of the time. In this story, I haven't told her. because I didn't actually know how. So we were walking in the Ozark Mountains, and at some point it came up that I liked to sing. I didn't tell her, I don't think I told her, that I hadn't sung since college. And I used to sing all the time. I used to sing all the time, and what I know is that every single person has a song inside of them. Every single person does. But for some reason, for 20 years, I stopped singing my song. I stopped singing at all. And so the way that Danette does, we're just walking through the forest and like holding hands or something. And I mentioned that I like to sing. She's like, oh yeah, you should sing. I'm like, yeah, no, I'm not gonna do that. Like, she said, oh, well, send me a song. Send it to me. I'm like, send you a song? So it inspired me, but what I realized was my throat choked up. Because what she sees something in you, and she says, do it. You say you love to do something, and you're afraid. And I don't even know if I told her I was afraid, but she sees it in you, and she says, do it. Do it. And then do it big. Because you can, and because people need to hear it. So when she told me, just walking through the fire, sing. My throat closed up, and I got ashamed. I didn't want to tell my new friend that this thing that I love doing so much, I couldn't actually bring myself to do. So every day for about 3 months I went home, and this is the thing she doesn't know, that every day for about 3 months I went home and I tried to sing, and nothing would come out. And what I knew is that I needed to work on my song. I knew that. Because with her grace and her conviction and her power and her friendship and her compassion, she held my hand, and so easily, made it sound so easy. Just sing. So I kept singing. I just kept singing. And then we would go on trips, and we did sweat lodges and different things. And then I actually, songs started coming through me, but not the songs I used to sing. Different songs. My song. And this song is unique. Thank you. This song is unique. And this song is passionate. And this song is vulnerable. And it's my song. And it's my song that I hope others can hear in their song, because every one of us has a song. And the thing, when Danette and I were most recently in a sweat lodge, and this was the most powerful thing for me. So I had sung my song, and but I hadn't done it with her, and I hadn't done it with a lot of other people. And so we're sitting in a sweat lodge, and then it's all dark, it's getting hot, and there's part of me that just wants to sing. It wants to pick up my drum and sing in the sweat lodge, right? And then I'm not doing it. And she says, I'm not doing it. And she says, it's dark and it's hot. And she says, I'm waiting for Maya to sing. She said, I'm waiting for Maya to sing. And so the shaman gives me the drum, and I sing my song. It's not my song, it's our song, because it came through me that day. And the thing that I love about Danette is that I know she does this with every single person she meets. And she does it with such grace and such conviction and such power. And the thing that she does is she makes it look easy, right? She makes it look so easy. She's sing. Okay, I gotta figure out how to sing that. I've gotta figure it out. Because she sees that it's your gift, and the thing that she does is she sees it, and you know it. It's the truth that lives inside you. And the thing that I realized, what was so beautiful about meeting Danette and our friendship was I realized I didn't have to do it on my own anymore. I realized that my uniqueness was the thing that she loved. My power was the thing that she loved. My vulnerability was the thing that she loved. And she helped me step into that next level of greatness. And she doesn't even actually know how much, and so hopefully, I don't know where you are, but hopefully now you do. because I could never tell her that story. I could never tell her how much that meant to me, because I was so ashamed in those moments that I couldn't do the thing that was so powerful inside me. So, there's something, have you guys ever heard of Roger Bannister? Have you heard of Roger Bannister? Do you know who he is? So Roger Bannister is, in 1954, he was the first person to break the 4-minute mile. Something that everyone thought was humanely impossible. Humanely impossible, they thought, right? And then after he did it, guess how many people did? Over 1,000. Thousands of people have now run the 4-minute mile because he did it. So when I look at Danette and I see what she's doing, she had a dream. She had a dream, she has a dream. And she shows people, she gives people permission, and she takes it one step further to give them inspiration. So it gives you permission because you see it can be done, because what you see in someone else can happen in you. And when it's not impossible for one, it's not impossible for anyone. So how many people are in this room? Over 1,000? Over 1,000. So is there a dream that you've heard on this stage tonight or yesterday or over the course of time that you spent with Danette? Is there a dream that you associate with? Because I would say, just like Roger Bannister, who broke the 4-minute mile, who made it possible for everyone else, we've now got 1,000 people or more in this room, and you can all do it. And I know you guys have dreams. I know people want to write books. I know people want to stand on stages. I know people want to lose weight. I know people want to do all these things. And because she embodies it, and she does it every day, and she sees people with such surgical precision, and she builds community in a way I've never seen, The first time, and I'll share it, this will be my last story, and I'm sorry because I know I'm going over, but I'm going to give myself permission because what Danette does so well is celebrate everybody else. The first time I spent time with her, we went to dinner. This is probably like the first time we spent a lot of time together. We went to dinner, it was maybe 2 days in and 3 days in, and with a group of friends. And she asked at the table, she says, I want to know what you see in her. I want to know what you see in her. What's special? Because I know you guys have a special relationship. Share with me what you love about each other. That's what she does. That's what she does. And imagine if Roger Bannister, who broke the 4-minute mile, had a community, a tribe that supported each other, right? Like how many people would break a 4-minute mile? Immediately? And this is what happens with the tribe. You guys see your transformation so fast. And this is because she embodies it. This is because she is what she teaches. And that's what it's all about. It's not about doing anything. Because Danette, me, any one of you, it doesn't matter what you do. It matters who you be. It matters who you are. And so for a moment, I want all of you guys to reach into your power, to reach into your vulnerability, and know that you too, that dream that you have, that dream that you've thought about and dreamed of, you now know it can be done. You know it can be done. You saw speakers get up here and do things they've never done before, step into their fear, and Danette helped them do that. I see this in you. I see this in you, and go do it, because it is the thing. It is their passion. It is their courage. It is their uniqueness. It is their vulnerability. And with precision, she helps it come out, and she helps people step into their fear. So, if you have been touched, if you have gotten to a next level of vulnerability, raise your hand. If you have gotten to a next level of your passion and your purpose and your courage, keep your hands raised. Raise your hand. If you have stepped into another level of uniqueness, stand up. If you are ready to live your dream, stand up. If you are ready to step into your next level of greatness, stand up. If you are ready to rise, let's say, let's rise. If you are ready for Danette, let's say, let's go, Danette. And I want Danette to see, where is Danette? I want Danette to see. I want Danette to see all these people standing have been touched. Thousands of people who will make their dreams come true.
She got me to cry. Wow. Keep standing. You look so beautiful standing. And you've been told to sit way too long. We've all been told to sit way too long. We've been sitting in chairs since we were 4. Sit still. Be quiet. Don't speak up. Don't talk to that friend. It's time we stand up. It's time we wrap each other in arms. Talk to each other. Talk too much. You know you were the girl that talked too much, got in trouble. And it's time to be that example for the next generation. They're a little wiggly. That's okay. They're talking to their neighbor. That's okay. Your kid talks too much. Good. You guys are beautiful. We're all beautiful. I see your light. You guys are powerful, and I'm really excited for today. I'm very excited for today because yesterday the pot was stirred. A lot of those, this morning my makeup artist, because I don't do my makeup like this, let's be real honest. I was like, my face on my phone, you know how the face, I'm like, it doesn't recognize me. It's like making me put a passcode in. I'm like, I'm not in Honey Boo Boos, and my hair is not up. It does not know who I am. She was telling me, she said, I haven't, and I hope she's okay with me telling this. Because, you guys don't know who she is anyway. She said, I've never shared this with anyone, and I've had so much shame around it. Dang you, I just came here to do your makeup. And I said, she goes, when you're talking about stuffing it down, she's like, I have mine in like color-coded boxes. And I'm like, I know. And I'm like, and you're actually like folding it and like tucking in the corners. Yours are like really pretty. Some of you are like that, right? You're like, my clothes are like folded in there. My junk is so organized. Some of you are just like, throw it in. Some of you are like, I own canisters and colors. Like, I have a color for each theme. But yesterday, those feelings of shame don't feel as big anymore. Those things of guilt, shame. You've talked about it, maybe. She finally shared. She hasn't shared ever. But what that does is it's just one step. It's not the final. You have to understand that. And it's still going to come up, and it's okay. It's just that today, we get to continue to step into our remembrance. Today excites me the most. And you guys excite me because this is kind of unprecedented on events. I don't know how many events you guys have been to, but people don't run in on the second day. Some of you have not ran in years and you were running. I saw you. I saw someone changing shirts. They're covering up their chest trying to change shirts because they're like, I'm getting down and I'm getting hot. I'm like, I love this. I love this vulnerability and this truth because you're runners. You're all runners. You're all dancers. You're all standers. You know, you're not a sitter. You can sit. You can sit if you want to sit. You're like, my feet hurt. So today gets to be about remembrance. Today gets to be about the truth of who you are. And knowing that 2 days is about the remembrance, right? And the work comes after. Really, it comes in the daily work. But everyone will have their moment this afternoon. This afternoon's really special to me. And it's going to be really special, I'll just say that. You are all rising, and you all have a story, and you all deserve to be celebrated. I love this word, celebrity. What does that mean? And we often think that other people are a celebrity, and I just sit in the back. And I was asked, what would you hope at this event? There's a lot of things I would hope at this event. But when I would close my eyes, it'll make me tear up, because I don't even see her here. I don't see the girl I saw in my eyes. And maybe you may feel like this girl that I would see in my meditations, but I would see a lady in the back in a wheelchair, not wanting to get in the way because she was in a wheelchair, not wanting to obstruct any of the aisles. Being quiet, feeling all the feels, having all this power in her, but sitting in a wheelchair. And I would see her, and I would see me going out and grabbing her and saying, it's time to stop being in the back. Time to come up to the front. And I saw this in a meditation. It's weird to me because usually when I see something, it happens and I haven't seen her. I don't know where this wheelchair girl is. And I don't know if she bought a ticket and she just didn't come because she's in a wheelchair and the storm made her nervous. I don't know. Or maybe you feel that you are that girl. Some of you may be in the back. I'll sit in the back. It's fine. But now it's your invitation to come forward in life, to step up, to make way, not ask permission, to give notice. So thank you for all of you, because you all are a celebrity. Celebrity means to be celebrated. You are all a celebrity. Can you take that in? And try on that affirmation. It's a scary one. I am a celebrity. I try it on and I'm like, that feels like a really big lie. Take that on, because you deserve to be celebrated. That's what celebrity means.